Hello and welcome, Pisces. I hope that you all are radiating positive energy at this time. Let's hop into it, Pisces. Let's get some universal messages here for you on your soul's journey. Anything that inspire you, uplift you, encourage you, give you strength. Anything that you need to be aware of. Whatever the universe has for you to be better within you, So let's see. This is the Soulmate Oracle deck. And we're going to collect that information from here. All right, so what is the energy for Pisces on their soul's journey? Okay. Never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. Never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings, Pisces. The hottest loves has the coldest ends. Any more information for Pisces on their soul's journey? According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate beings, condemning them to spend the rest of their lives in search for their other halves. Okay. You want a person who comes into your life by accident but stays on purpose. All right. Whew. Okay, last but not least, Pisces, start reclaiming who you truly are. All right. So these are your universal messages, Pisces, for you, to be better within yourself. The universe says never make permanent decisions based off a temporary feeling, and for you, sometimes you may have to be a little bit careful with that, because most of you, if you're a high vibrating Pisces, I know that you are emotionally mature, and you've been there, done that. You understand that, right? That opposed to a Pisces who's, more fresh or young or childlike, who goes at it. I love everybody, who's opening their heart up to everybody. It takes time for you to learn and experience things when it comes to that heart, and always being trusting and open with it. More mature Pisces, they know to think twice. They know to look deeper. They know how to set boundaries with their heart. When you're a young Pisces, your heart is open and free and it's vulnerable and it gets hurt. And, you have to just go through that experience, being that sensitive, So this is the universe for those who need it, saying never make permanent decisions off of temporary feelings in any situation, love, romance, and relationships, or any situation in your life. Be the gatekeeper of your heart and your emotions, So next we have the hottest loves has the coldest ends. So things can start off really hot and juicy, steamy. Things could be all great. It is mostly always great in the beginning. But, again, if you're not careful, there are things that can transpire that will, because like with a Pisces, when you detach, you could love somebody so much, and it almost, and it's that love bomb, in the beginning, where it's all this, and we all spending time together, and we so all over each other, we going out, we talking, we doing all this. You are like that consistently. So when a person gets you to a place where it's like you start to retract that type of energy, it's going to be for real. And when you walk away like you have no feelings, that's your air energy showing up. You can cut people off cold and not give a dang about nothing about them. So the universe wants you to, I know you're aware of that, but be aware of that. And, maybe somebody needs to know that around you, or they don't know that, that Pisces could give you all that warmth, but it could also get very cold if you don't use what Pisces give you in the correct way. Okay. According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate beings, condemning them to spend the rest of their lives in search of their other halves. I feel like that's more something spiritual here. For real, for real. Like, I'm not going to look at that as far as a relationship. I'm looking at that as far as like, you disconnected from your conscious, like you disconnected from who you are spiritually. You thinking that this flesh, this meat suit, this avatar is what you are. It's like the universe saying, I need you to, find your other half. There's more to you than just this physical body. Okay? So, next we have, you want a person who comes into your life on accident but stays on purpose. Okay? So, you don't want things to be forced. Okay? You want something that's going to flow naturally, that's a part of fate, that's by design. Someone that you could truly be yourself with, someone you're totally comfortable with, on the same frequency with. And, it's just that person that you don't worry about, that you didn't expect, that it just flows naturally, like you and siblings, Okay? So, start reclaiming who you truly are. This is just the universe asking you to be yourself. Find yourself if you're lost. Heal yourself if you're sick. You know what I'm saying? Just get back to the center of Pisces and live in that authentic truth. All right? What's crossing all this energy, Pisces, is souls that belong to each other will always find their way back together. Okay? So throughout this journey of life, if we come across people that we once adored, loved, cared for, and we separate, if that person was meant to be on these journeys that you go on, eventually they'll recycle themselves back and it'll all come back full circle and the journey continues, So the universe is saying, don't worry about who comes and goes. Those who belong with you will reconnect with you at the right time in life. So there's that. So Pisces, I hope that part resonated for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to hop into this. We're going to check up on the energy of you and your person. And we're going to see how they feeling about you when it comes to love, romance, and relationships. Remember, take these energies how it resonates for you. If it's not your story, don't try and make it fit. You can stick around to the end. There may be something that becomes relevant for you. But if not, you can carry on to the next video respectfully. Thank you. All right, Pisces. Today we're going to be using this Star Trek Next Generation deck to collect the energy of you and your person. All right. So let's hop into it and see what's the overall energy for Pisces and their person. How are they feeling about Pisces? What do they think about Pisces? What's going on with the situations? How are they handled? Oh, we got the 3 of Swords. Okay. So your person may be having a difficult time with you. You and your person may be having a difficult time opening up your hearts to each other with this 3 of Swords. Or, this could just be something to the fact of, heartbreak, pain, not feeling each other, not on the same page, saying or doing things that may hurt your feelings. But I'm getting more of this is you and your person not sharing your heart with each other. Like it's somehow difficult to tap all the way into those emotions with this person. Wow, the 5 of Pentacles. Latinum in this deck, okay? And the 3 of Swords is the 3 of Cloaks. Cloaks, okay? Cloaks could be something invisible, something you don't see, something that's hidden. Okay, that's right in your face, though. You just can't see it. This 5 of Latinum is just lack, period, And with this 5 of Latinum, I'm getting that something was being built strong, but it hasn't went past this part. And somebody's growing or elevating, and the other person is still like lingering somewhere in the middle. Okay. And you're trying to tap into this person, or they're trying to tap into you to see what is that prevention? What is that blockage? You know, what is it that you're lacking or that's preventing you from elevating? You know? The World in the reverse. Okay, so this is a familiar cycle. This is something someone knows all too well. They go through this all the time. And I believe that's the universe saying that's when it's time for you to book out. If you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same results. Right? We can't sit around and hold ourselves back waiting on people to grow, waiting on people to progress. You know, sometimes when we get in people's lives and it's going great and things are what they are, but you know when it's truly time to move on and you choose to stay, and then you just go round and round and this person remains the same. You're also stunting your growth process when you do that. Okay, and that's where a lot of the pain comes from. That's where a lot of the difficulty comes from, because Pisces, you have this thing called intuition, and a lot of you may not, you know, listen to it all the time when it comes to these partners and relationships, because you want to see the best in everybody. You want the good. You don't want to start over. You rather, you know, stick it out with your person, you know, but when you know, when you know a person is not good for you, don't overindulge in it. Don't stay there. Don't get stuck there. Don't try to change your person. You know, I feel like it's time for some Pisces to end a lot of these cycles with love, romance, and relationships with the people you know that you're not meant to be with. Some of you have said, I know I ain't gonna be with this person forever, but I'm gonna fuck with them for now. And that for now turns into a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But you knew in the beginning that this wasn't the person for you. So the universe is saying you have to start bringing them type of situations to an end. Because that's what's keeping you in this lack space where you never really progress, because you stunt your growth because somebody was never on your level in the first place. Some people you just got to pass through. You got to trample all over. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's why your love life has been difficult. That's why your heart be hurting. You know, and that's why you can't get through to these people the way you want to, or you trying to sit there and figure them out or teach them or try to show them or mold them, and you can't, because they aren't ready. It isn't their time. Temperance here. Okay, this is your time to move forward and find your righteous path. This is your time, like you've already tested the waters, right? You already know what it is. Okay, temperance is about being patient with yourself too, knowing that growth takes time, and we all have lessons to learn on this journey of life, you know, and we all make mistakes, but we all can repair and rebuild ourselves and get back on the right path towards our destiny, our fate, and our victories. Okay, so this temperance is to just have patience with yourself. But don't stop moving. Keep going forward, okay? All right, Pisces, this feels... Okay, one card at a time, please. Okay, there we go. And what we got? The 9 of Swords in the reverse. No stress, no worries, no fears, okay? No stress, no worries, no fears. Do what's dear to your heart, Pisces. Say what you need to say. Speak on what you need to speak on. Rest your body. Rest your mind. Don't let these love, romance situations affect you so deeply to where you can't get the proper rest, to where you're afraid of speaking your truth, or you running around walking on eggshells. You know, like, it's just, don't be afraid to choose oneself. Don't be afraid to save yourself, because the 9s are literally about you. The 9s are the endings of cycles, you know, and new beginnings approaching and happening. When you keep holding on to it and want to repeat it, then you get to that 10 where the universe step in and jug at you, force you to have that new beginning. But it's a harder pill to swallow, opposed to you just doing it on your own, making sure that Pisces is okay. Okay, what's crossing all the energy, Pisces, is the Strength card. And this is the universe letting you know you got the power to overcome any obstacle or challenge when it comes to love, romance, and relationships. You got the power to change your life in any type of way. Okay, and you also have to be strong enough to love yourself. Okay, so let's talk to the Three of Swords, Pisces, and let's see what's going on here, because I'm not getting the energy of a person. I'm just getting the energy of the universe wanting you to know something, or trying to make you aware of something that you already know. But it's like you keep doing the same thing and getting the same result. And the universe is saying, like, it's time to close these cycles. It's time to stop repeating them. It's time to start listening to your intuition, right? The last video I made, it was about, like, basically, you know, dealing with the different person but the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Finding a different person, but they remind you of the last person in some type of way. Things start happening that happened in the last relationship, but it's just a little bit different. But, you know, like, it's the same energy. You know, you're not escaping it until you learn from it. So even if they got a different body shape, structure, or a different face, it's still that same energy that you're attracting. And you're always going to attract those type of people until you change something within yourself, until you learn the lesson. So this Three of Swords for Pisces, please. What is the energy of this Three of Swords for Pisces? And it's the Ten of Cups. So you can be happy. You can be emotionally fulfilled. You have a lot of love around you, Pisces, maybe through family, children. You know, a lot of people are attracted to you because of your love. That's what I meant by you open. You know, the Pisces that ain't mature enough yet, they tend to give all of this away for free. And they end up hurt. And those are the lessons that you need to learn. But throughout that journey, you learn that there's something that's been talking to you the whole time too. There are things you already knew upon approaching people, or how far you can go with people, that was always alerting you and kind of trying to, like, guide you to protect this. Okay? So the Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups is you can be happy. You can have an emotional fulfillment. You can have healthy relationships and loving relationships, okay? It's just you have to learn how to not set yourself up for pain. You have to learn how to let go of trying to control situations, okay, that are beyond you. Because people don't change until they're ready, just like you don't change until you're ready. Your ultimate goal is to keep this Ten of Cups up there as high as you can. Because when it gets to the Three of Swords for you in there, in that heart, you know, it's not a good place for Pisces. It's depression, it's isolation, it's introvertness, right? It's not being comfortable around people. You come off shy or timid, but really you fucked up in the head because you're hurting, and nobody understands how deep it go for you, and nobody, and it's like it's all you could think about. So you don't want to be, you don't want that energy because you can't hide what you feel. That's the fucking curse of it for Pisces. I cannot hide what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So why not try to keep yourself in the place of a Ten of Cups? You know, so you got to protect that and be very cautious with your emotions. High Priestess. Come with this Three of Swords. Okay? And those are the thing that was talking to you. You know, that's always been there with you. Sometimes you listen to it and hear it, and sometimes you don't. But this is the secret to your Ten of Cups. To listen to the voice that lives within you. Because you know. Right? It's like you connecting with the other half of you. Okay? The true you. Okay? So, let's talk to this Five of Pentacles. You know? Because it's like some people you deal with, it's like you're way more advanced than them. You're way ahead of them. you know, on a lot of levels, you know. And we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, the Two of Cloaks, right? And you're not, it's like, you know, that's what I'm saying, Pisces. I just get the universe asking you to trust in what you know when it comes to dealing with these people, because we're, you know, transitioning into a whole new wave, right? And it's like whatever vibration you're on, that's the world you're going to live in. And for some of you right now, it's a lack space, and you know that. So if you're growing and you're elevated and you're evolving, sometimes you just have to leave people behind, right? The universal guidance over here is souls that belong together will always find their way back to each other. So you don't have to be afraid to move on and grow and reach your highest peak. And this is something that you know. So make the decision, the right decision for yourself. It's like as if some of you been putting maybe other people feelings or emotions or problems before you. Like you make sacrifices for other people that you should be making for yourself. Okay? Because of that Ten of Cups, that over, because people are attracted to the Ten of Cups, you know. People want that love. You know how many people in this world never receive the type of unconditional love that you give? You know how special your love is to someone, and they may not deserve it, but it's you. That's just you, who you are. That's your natural nature. That's why it takes time and growth and lessons that need to be learned, and sometimes you have to be hurt to know how to protect it. But somebody out here just steal freely, knowing better but not doing better, and the consequences are worse when you do it that way. So you're being encouraged to not be afraid to follow your life's purpose, to not be afraid to close off cycles, to not be afraid to save yourself, you know, from being hurt, from pain. So what else comes with this Five of Pentacles? And we have the Six of Wands, the Six of Bathless, okay? And it's like you'll be successful when you recognize that. It's like you're always gonna attract a lot of people, because like I said, you got that Ten of Cups, and a lot of people want and adore that. And you're also very creative. You got a lot of charisma, right? You connected to something. You're very passionate about things. You know, you can get the job done. It's like you're a jack of all trade, but you have to master them now. Right? And in order to master them, you have to be smart about it. You got to win at these games that's being played. You be like, I ain't playing no fucking games. This shit is real. But everybody else playing games. So you have to be a master of what's going on around you. You're very popular, and people are attracted to you. And you be winning, Pisces. You be winning. You know, like you be... What I mean by winning is like you in a better place than you think you are. You know, the way you look at yourself isn't the way the world looks at you. You know, you want perfection, and that's could be an issue for some Pisces. Trying to be a perfectionist can hold you back in certain areas, right? But you want perfection. And people look at you as perfection already. They see it. You don't see it because you're hard on yourself. But you have this light about you that attracts many. Okay? But it's the Five of Pentacles. It's like you got to be strong, because people will try to manipulate you or play on your goodness, right? Because of your light, because of your success, because of the attraction. I heard amusement part. Like there's so much going on with Pisces. There's so much in this High Priestess. So much in there. Okay? That she keeps. The World. What's that flipped over? The Nine of Pentacles. You have to take responsibility for yourself. See, this is what I'm saying. The Nine of Latinum is someone who is very independent, shows up for themselves, does the work, do whatever it takes to, become a success for themselves. Someone who's very stable and knows who they are, knows what they want, know where they going. No matter what happens to the Nine of Latinum, it still can stand on its own. No matter who comes and who gone, who comes, who goes, like the Nine of Latinum is still in the same position they always been in, because it's their responsibility to care for themselves and not depend on anyone to care for them. Like just as a person, as a human being, I have to be responsible for myself. No matter what happens to me in life, I have to make sure that I'm good. I have to make sure that I can carry on, right? So this is where you need to be, right? Because like the Nine, right? The end. The cycles are ending and you have to end them. Maybe you at that point in your life where you see all this and this is what you're doing. You're releasing, you're letting go. You're becoming stronger again, more independent, more self-sufficient, more knowing that if Pisces want to be saved, Pisces got to save themselves. Pisces can't let people just come into their life and cross boundaries and take them out. You got to be able to still stand. Okay? And in order to still stand, you got to let go of these situations that you ain't supposed to be in anyway. Right? So it's about the ending cycle. So new beginnings, new things could happen. Here, we got the Page of Latinum in reverse. Okay? Page of Pentacles. You got to start standing up for yourself. Okay? You got to start standing up for yourself and speaking out, speaking your truth. I see these pentacles as like, be strong, right? Be about your business when it comes to you as an individual. Stop being responsible for everybody else and they crap. This is take responsibility over you. Okay? Because the Page of Pentacles is somebody who's in the background, somebody who ain't seen. The world hasn't seen what you have to offer because you're smothered by these low vibrational people who use your energy to make themselves feel like something. Right? And to DM you. So this Page of Pentacles in reverse is to, analyze what you do for other people and how much energy it takes from you. Things you do not have to do. Okay? Other people's responsibility. So it's like the universe is saying, if you look at yourself, what issues are yours? What problems do you have that don't belong to nobody else? And you'll find a lot of the things that you do, a lot of the problems that you have, a lot of the worry, a lot of the pain comes from just doing too much for other people. You running around sacrificing yourself for people you love and ain't nobody doing it for you. So the universe is saying retract that energy, put it all into self and your world will change. Because it's the end of this type of shit. The planets have aligned. And whatever frequency you on is the reality you gonna create. And you got a destiny. You got something to fulfill. And that's where temperance comes in. Because you tested the waters. You know what it is. Right? When it comes to love, romance, and relationships. So what are you gonna do outside of that? If they're not working out. If you always have to start over. If you always end up alone. If you really don't have people who ride for you like you ride for them. You have to walk this path to your destiny. And you have a mission. Now that you got that shit out the way, let's live for real. Let's follow our purpose. Let's get on the right path. Nobody's perfect. Growth takes time. Okay, the universe has been patient, but now it's time, to move. Look, the Hermit. You wiser, okay? More discerning. In any way you could feel it inside of you, right? Look, it looked like this hermit that smoked a lot of weed and went to like another dimension in the mind. Like his body sits here, but his spirit is somewhere else. Okay? So you've always had that knowing. And that's the messed up part about it. You always had that knowing why you ain't trusted. So now, it's time to shed your skin. It's time to be more of who you are. It's time to show your wisdom, what you learn, what you know. Because it's like you're looking for something more than what you're getting out of love, romance, and relationships. You have a bigger purpose than just to be worried about relationships all the time. And that purpose is calling you. And that's the path that the universe is trying to push you to take. Right? And you might end up alone for some time, but it's what's required in order for you to fulfill the mission you came here for. Okay? King of Cups. The King of Starships. This is an understanding one. This is the one that if he was to come in a reverse, see, he's vibrating high now, right? He knows who he is. He's independent. He's self-sufficient. He's emotionally mature. He's had his experiences, and this is how we know. But in the reverse, he tends to take on the personalities of whoever the hell is around him, whoever he's loving at this time. He becomes them folk, or them people. He become them. His personality, he's adaptable, right? But when he's in his strength, when he's wise, when he's listening to that calling, he understands what he needs to do, and he knows how to control his emotion. And he doesn't let them be misled by the world around him. But it takes time with the hermit. The hermit is someone who's older and wiser. Growth takes time. But there's always been something calling to you, calling to him from a higher realm, And now it's time to start listening to that intuition, following that purpose right there, opposed to being fucked around by so many different partners. And this Nine of Swords in the reverse. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand alone. Don't be afraid to stand in your power no matter who stays or who goes. So this Nine of Swords comes with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Latinum. And this Four of Latinum is about, hold on, Pisces. All right, I'm back. Okay, this Four of Latinum, Pisces, is about pretty much saving yourself. Not being isolated, but if that's what it takes, be quiet here with the High Priestess. She holding things in. She's the secrecy, Sometimes you just have to walk alone. It's like somebody needs some time to reset themselves because they're overwhelmed about something and they need a reset. But it's all about saving yourself and not fearing change, not fearing moving on, not being stuck somewhere you're not supposed to be. So I feel like with this Nine of Cloaks is to to the Four of Pentacles is to save yourself. Hold on to that person that lives in you. Okay. Last but not least, Pisces, you have the Six of Cups. A lot of you need to remember who you are. You've grown so far past this Six of Cups. And some of you should look back at what joy feels like, or to go back and heal your inner child, or the universe just wants you to be happy. And if these connections and relationships, it's not making you happy, it's like you spending too much time there. You have a higher purpose in life, and your life doesn't consist of love, romance, and relationships. Some of you need to save yourselves, reset yourself. Some of you just need a break, a way to escape, a way to get away, just to remember what joy feels like, to go back and heal that inner child. Okay? This is different. What's crossing everything is the sun, Pisces. That's when you shine, That's when you get your heaven on earth, It's just all about making sure Pisces win by being stable, solid in who you are, being authentic and true, finding your vibration or your frequency, what you want in your life. That's where you live. What you want to see happen in your life. That's the vibration you on. Whatever you want, that's what's going to be coming to you. And if you want success, you have to save yourself first. You have to put yourself above all, above love, romance, and relationships. And not only with relationships, with any ship. Pisces has to make sure that Pisces is okay. When Pisces needs saving, Pisces is going to have to save themselves. Pisces is going to have to be strong in who they are. But it takes time. Growth takes time. But you're going to get here. You're going to have this victory. All right? So this is the energy, Pisces. I hope it resonates. Let's get a word from the chakra wisdom to promote positivity, to see which chakra needs to be worked on, or to simply get an inspirational quote that we can say to ourselves each and every day. Pisces, you have the 6th chakra, and this is the 3rd eye chakra, and this one is relevant to acknowledge spirit. I trust in a higher source, and I acknowledge my direct connection with it. In the stillness, I listen for the wisdom inside, and I am open to the spirituality that is within and all around me. I know that love is the creative force. I meditate and welcome mystical truths. I am open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quest from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. It's already you. You are already here. You are the master. You are the teacher. Acknowledge it. Okay? Accept it. Communicate with it. Live in it for a little while. Sometimes that takes isolation there with the hermit. Okay, so acknowledge spirit is our positive energy. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, go ahead. Hit that like or subscribe button, baby. For those of you who are returning, thank you for your continued support. And remember that your comments are always welcome. This is all I have, Pisces. As always, be safe, be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.